You think you have to go to a restaurant to eat this dish? Wrong. Today, I'm going to show you how to make crispy fried meat-wrapped eggs with a soft, runny egg filling and a crispy outer shell without frying in oil or using any fancy techniques. All it takes is a little patience, an air fryer, and a few familiar ingredients. It sounds complicated, but I promise once you make it, you'll want to make it again. This is a dish that even adults will say wow when they cut it. Place 4 eggs in a pot. Pour in clean water until the eggs are completely covered. Bring to a boil and cook for exactly 5 minutes from the time the water starts to boil vigorously. Once the time is up, quickly remove the eggs and place them in a bowl of ice water. Immersing in ice water stops the cooking process immediately, keeping the yolks soft and the whites from overcooking, and also makes peeling easier. Once the eggs have cooled completely, carefully peel the eggs. Since these are soft-boiled eggs, I recommend using eggs that are a few days old rather than very fresh eggs. The reason? Older eggs have a larger air membrane and a higher pH, which makes them easier to peel after boiling. Eggs that are too fresh tend to have egg whites that stick to the shell, making them difficult to peel and prone to cracking. After peeling the eggs, I prepared 400 grain of minced meat. Next, I chop the parsley. Make sure to chop it a little finely so that when mixed with the meat, the flavor will spread more evenly. Once chopped, add the parsley to the meat bowl. I used 3 cloves of fresh garlic, crushed, peeled, and minced very finely. You can absolutely use garlic powder if you want to keep it simple, but I ran out of garlic powder today, so I used fresh garlic. It gives it a little more flavor. After mincing, add it to the meat bowl. Add a few fresh sage leaves, chopped finely. Next, the spices. 1 teaspoon paprika, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 or 2 teaspoon ground black pepper. Now, mix all the ingredients together. Remember to wear gloves when mixing both to ensure hygiene and to protect your hands from the smell of garlic and spices. After mixing, I divided the meat into 4 equal parts, like this. Then I used my hand to gently press the meat down on the cutting board to flatten it out. The purpose is to make it easier to wrap the egg, and also to help the meat cook more evenly when frying. After pressing, I used a wooden spoon to gently pry it up, so that the meat does not stick to the cutting board. Have you ever experienced a situation where the meat is torn apart after wrapping because it sticks to the cutting board? I have done that many times. Now gently place the peeled egg in the center of the meat. Wrap the meat around the egg. Have you ever made meat-wrapped eggs? Or is this your first time trying a homemade Scotch egg? Share your thoughts below. I love hearing people's first cooking stories. Note, these eggs are soft-boiled, so wrap them carefully and gently. Don't rush. If the egg breaks, the whole process will be ruined. Once you've finished wrapping, use a wooden spoon to scoop them up and shape them into a nice shape. Continue doing this until you've wrapped 4 eggs. Then, arrange them all on a plate. The plump meat-wrapped eggs look so appetizing. Now let's prepare the ingredients for coating before frying. Take a small bowl. Add 100 grams of flour. In the second bowl, add 100 grams of breadcrumbs. If you don't have breadcrumbs, you can replace them with breadcrumbs. In the third bowl, crack 1 egg into it and beat well with a whisk. Put these 3 bowls in the order: flour, egg, breadcrumbs, to coat each layer later for easier operation. Now, let's get to the flour coating. This is the step that determines how crispy this dish is. First, take each meat-wrapped egg, dip it in the flour bowl, and roll it evenly to coat it completely. The flour layer helps absorb moisture from the meat, creating good adhesion for the next layer of egg. Next, dip it in the beaten egg bowl, making sure to coat the entire surface. The egg will act as glue, helping the breadcrumbs stick firmly to the outside. Finally, roll in the breadcrumbs, coating all sides until the meat-wrapped egg is completely covered. This layer creates a crispy, golden, and beautiful crust when fried. Do the same with the remaining 3 eggs, and you're done with the preparation. Now, I arrange the flour-coated eggs on the tray of the air fryer. Remember, don't place them too close together so that the hot air can circulate evenly around each one. Then, lightly spray a layer of cooking oil on each fruit. This helps the crust to be more golden and crispy, and the dough will not dry out when baked in the air fryer. Turn on the air fryer at 200°C for 14 minutes. When the time is half over, remember to open and flip each one. Purpose: to cook both sides evenly, crispy evenly, not burning one side and raw the other. Does anyone here use an air fryer regularly? Yes, I really like using an air fryer because I don't need to fry in oil like usual, but the food is still crispy and delicious. After 14 minutes, I took the eggs out of the pot. By this time, the outer shell had turned a beautiful golden brown. Just looking at it, it was crispy. I arranged each egg neatly on a plate. They looked like tiny, round golden bombs. The kind of dish that would make even adults go crazy. And then, the most eye-catching moment comes. Use a knife to gently cut into the center of the egg. Hear the crackling sound, then see the soft yolk amidst the fragrant meat. What a moment to savor. Look at the result. The outside is golden, slightly crispy meat. The inside is soft, fragrant egg. Sprinkle some fresh parsley on top to make the dish look beautiful and smell even more fragrant. I have to say, this dish is absolutely worth every minute spent. From the preparation, to the seasoning, to the cutting, it's all worth it. If you find this dish worth trying, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next recipe.